Good morning students, welcome to the Samta Shiksha Niketan online classes. Today we are going to study the chapter number 2, Life of Animals. In this chapter, first we will see the animal habitat. We know that all animals don't live at the same place. They live at different places on the earth, and the place where the animal live, feed and reproduce is known as its natural habitat. Different animals have different kind of habitats like the sea, pond, forest, mountain, desert, polar region and the plains. And on the basis of their habitats, animals are classified as terrestrial, aquatic, amphibian, arboreal and aerial animals. Terrestrial animals means which animal live on land. Aquatic means which animal live in the water. Amphibian means which animal can live on both land also and water also. Arboreal animals means which animal live on trees, and aerial animals means which animal fly in the air. To live in special environmental conditions, animals have different body features. First, we will see breathing methods of animals. Breathing means take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. Different animals have different body parts for breathing. First, we will see lungs. Human beings take in oxygen through their nose to the windpipe and then it goes into the lungs. You can see that lungs are abundantly supplied with the blood vessels. Air reaches to the lungs and exchange of gases take place. Oxygen in the air passes into the blood and the used carbon dioxide passes out through the nose. Almost all birds, reptiles and mammals have lungs to breathe. Some insects like grasshoppers breathe through the air holes present on their body, and these air holes are called spiracles. Some animals like the earthworms breathe through their skin. Oxygen enters through their skin and carbon dioxide comes out through their skin, but their skin should be moist. Water animals like fish, they breathe through their gills. Now what are gills? Gills are thin and flat organs which are abundantly supplied with the blood vessels. When water flows over their gills, exchange of gases takes place. Gills absorb oxygen from the water and release carbon dioxide from blood. But the animals which have gills, they cannot breathe without water. They can only breathe in water. Some animals like dolphins and whales, they are also aquatic animals, but they do not breathe with the help of gills. They have lungs for breathing. They come up to the surface of the water for breathing, and the blowholes, like we have nose, they have blowholes. With the help of these, exchange of gases take place. Now we will see movement in animals. Animals move from one place to another to search food, to look for shelter and to protect themselves from enemies. Mostly terrestrial animals have four limbs. The front limbs are called forelimbs and the back limbs are called hind limbs. Humans use their hind limbs to walk, like our legs are our hind limbs, which we use to walk, and forelimbs to hold objects, means our forelimbs are our hands, which we use to hold objects. Animals like horses, tigers, dogs, as well as most of the animals use all the forelimbs to move. Like you have seen the dog, it walks on their or forelegs. They use their forelimbs to move. And kangaroo, they make use of their hind limbs to hop. Means with the help of their hind limbs they hop. Some animals like lizards and crocodiles, they are reptiles. They have four short legs. With the help of these four short legs, they crawl on ground, and like lizard can also crawl on wall. Snake is also a reptile, but instead of legs, it has scales on its body, which are attached to its ribs. Snakes move because of its strong muscles and ribs. Bats are mammals, but they can fly. How? Because the skin from their body stretches to join forelimbs, which form wings, and with the help of these wings, bats can fly. Aquatic animals like fish, they use their fins to move forward. Turtles have four paddle-like limbs to push water, and they move forward with the help of these four paddles. Penguins use the two flippers to push the water and move forward. Ducks have webbed feet, which help them to swim in water. Insects have 6 legs to crawl and jump. Ants and cockroaches, they crawl on their legs. Grasshoppers use their long hind limbs. They have long hind limbs which they use for hopping. Some insects like butterflies, they have wings. With the help of these wings, they can fly. Birds can fly because their forelimbs are converted into the wings, which help them to fly, and they use their hind limbs for walking, hopping and running. Their wings are attached to the breastbone of their body with the help of strong muscles, and these muscles help the bird to flap their wings and fly. Birds have hollow bones, which makes their body very light and they can easily fly. Some birds like kiwi, emu and ostrich, they cannot fly because their wings are too weak for flying. An ostrich has very strong legs, and with the help of these legs, it can run very fast. Now, how do animals protect themselves from harm or enemies? Some animals have special features to protect themselves from their enemies or harm. Like a chameleon can change its color according to its surrounding. Like if it is sitting on a leaf, it will be a green color. So it can change its color according to its surrounding. Polar bear has white fur, which help them to merge with the snow surrounding it. Some insect, like the stick insect, it hides itself as thorn or leaf, and it can also stick to something in times of danger. Many animals like the elephant and fish, they live together in groups to protect their young ones from the enemies. A puffing toad puffs itself to look bigger and danger, and the enemy is afraid of by its size and awful look, so they don't come near to the puffing toad. Rhinoceros has sharp pointed horns for its protection. Porcupine has needle-like spines which are called quills, which protect itself from its enemies. Tortoise and snail have a hard outer covering to protect themselves from their enemies. Now we will see the animal migration. Some animals move from one place to another in large groups at certain time or weather season of the year. This mass seasonal movement is called migration. Why animals migrate from one place to another? They migrate to escape from the harsh weather condition of that area, or to search food, or to search a place for breeding. The Siberian crane is the most common migratory bird. It comes to India to breed during the winter season because the winter season is not as cold of India as the Siberian winter season is cold. Many olive ridley turtles migrate to the coast of Odisha. They come to the coast of Odisha to lay their eggs. Monarch butterflies migrate from Canada to Mexico during the winter season to prevent itself from the harsh winter season of the Canada. We know that in Africa summer seasons are very hot. So African antelopes migrate in large groups to keep themselves safe from the summer season. So students, now I hope that you understood the chapter Life of Animals. Thank you and have a nice day.